Hi Matt, Nat here. Just had a quick question regarding brain vitamins or brain pills. There's so many on the market these days, and I was wondering if you can suggest anything to help me stay mentally sharp that's got some science behind it. Thanks, Matt. Take care and have a good day. Bye.
Hey Nat, nice to see you this morning. Um, that's a big area, isn't it? Cognitive performance sort of falls under the umbrella of a wide range of supplements and other sort of chemical intermediates and things like that called nootropics. So I think if you start with what the brain's made from, high levels of omega-3 fats, particularly DHA, so your fish oils are really, really vital, even though they're not necessarily direct nootropic factors. They're very important to have in the background, along with something called phosphatidylserine. So it's basically a phospholipid that supports brain function and builds the old grey matter up. So once you've taken plenty of those types of things, also from food, oily fish, sardines, all that kind of brain food side of things is sorted, and then you're then looking at which type of neurotransmitter do you want to enhance in order to support optimum brain function. And then that would be things like dopamine, acetylcholine for memory, dopamine for drive, determination, serotonin for sleep and well-being, and GABA for sort of rhythm and also relaxation. Most of the kind of booster design supplements will be leaning towards the dopamine, acetylcholine end, and they'll contain things like choline or choline derivatives such as DMAE, which is really powerful. Alpha GPC, that's another very powerful form of choline. There's a grey area of nootropics, things like piracetam. If you're an athlete, you need to double check that's fine, but that's used a lot by your sort of brain hackers and smart drug style people. Really enhances learning and memory and things like that. There's a company called IntelliMeds. I'm not associated with them, but they do a good selection of nootropic based style supplements. Your B vitamins, super important. So any decent formula will have a mixture of all your B vits in there, particularly B12 for sort of central nervous system function, things like that. Then you've got your medicinal mushrooms, which are excellent. They're things like lion's mane that can help with neuroplasticity. So that's the way the brain basically gets cleverer and adapts to its current environment. But a lot of those medicinal mushrooms, as well as being good for immune function, will also support cognition. There's depending on where you live and whether it's allowed or not, there's huperzine and vinpocetine. Vinpocetine increases blood flow. Any nutrient which increases blood flow is going to help with your brain. So pine bark extract, things like that will help a lot. Nitrates even that you might use for blood flow for athletes, so beetroot juice, so that the brain needs lots of blood. Ginkgo biloba, I mean, like I said, it's a big area, so I would suggest thinking about all those things I've said and settling on maybe a balanced brain formula which contains most of those, and or selecting one or two single nutrients or herbs like ginkgo, like lion's mane, and then trying them on their own and seeing how you get along with those. To assess whether they're working or not, it's a really good idea to do some baseline something called MBAC training, or some baseline basically cognitive tests on a computer. There's lots of them, either subscription or some free ones, and then you can see then how you're doing, how you're functioning well on that day. Pop in some nootropics for 4 to 6 weeks and test every couple of weeks and see how you're getting along. Thanks for your interesting question this morning, got me thinking. See ya.